We'll begin, though, with breaking news. Mississippi Highway Patrol officers chasing a stolen prison transport vehicle with inmates inside. Investigators tell us an inmate actually stole that truck in Madison County, is headed up Highway 43 along the Natchez Trace. It's, of course, a fluid situation. We're working to get more details. We do have a crew headed in that direction. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available, both on air and especially online. An early morning shooting on I-20 East leaves one person injured and travelers a bit shaken up. Mississippi Highway Patrol confirms one person shot on the Pearl River Bridge. It had just before 5:30 this morning. Of victims in a Yukon truck told troopers they were headed east on I-20 when a black Nissan Altima pulled alongside and somebody opened fire. Passenger in the back seat of the Yukon was hit. The driver pulled over. Troopers say the Altima drove off and headed north on 55. The passenger who was hit went to an area hospital. His condition not known at the moment. MBI has taken over in this investigation. So far, no one's been arrested. It is that time of the year again when families celebrate classical tunes of pomp and circumstance. Graduates at the University of Southern Mississippi marched across the stage this morning, proudly able to now call themselves alumni of that Mississippi University. Parents and students were bursting with excitement as they heard their names called, and the fall graduates at Jackson State University also marched across that stage today. Tonight at 5, we'll have more on both graduation ceremonies. Popular brand of children's ibuprofen sold at stores being recalled. Walmart's Equate Infants Ibuprofen, CVS Health Infants Ibuprofen, and Family Dollar's Family Wellness Infants Ibuprofen are being recalled by the FDA. Tries Pharma says the concentration might be too high and might cause some children to be more vulnerable to permanent kidney damage. If you have any questions about the recall, visit our website, WJTV.com. 9 more people have fallen ill after eating romaine lettuce amid that E. coli outbreak. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention updated the total of infected people to 52 across 15 states. CDC says California and New Jersey have recorded the highest number of E. coli illnesses. In November, the government said the contaminated lettuce likely came from California. As the holiday season moves in, many people across America are gearing up to travel to visit their loved ones, family, and friends. AAA is outlining tips for people gearing up for the end of the year holiday travel. Motor Club says drivers should do a maintenance check before they hit the road. That's because they expect to rescue nearly 1 million people from problems like dead batteries and flat tires. AAA also says to try driving on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day because those days tend to actually have less traffic. Quite a scene this morning at the Mississippi State Hospital. People lined the campus for its annual Christmas parade. Miss Mississippi was the grand marshal of that big event. Everything kicked off at 10 o'clock this morning. They got it in. Football fans, we have big news for you. Hugh Freeze has landed another head coaching job. According to CBS Sports, Freeze will fill that coaching vacancy at Liberty University. That's in Lynchburg, Virginia. Freeze was 39-25 at Ole Miss with 2 wins over Alabama and 2 New Year's Six Bowl games. He left Ole Miss after investigators uncovered a pattern of inappropriate telephone calls from his school-issued cell phone to escort services. Hugh Freeze replaces Turner Gill at Liberty. Gill retired after going 6-6 this year. We'll have to stay tuned. Let's take a look at the lunch hour traffic. 12:04. This will be I-55 south of Fortification Street. Traffic going just fine on this gloomy D-rated Friday. Be sure to drive safely. Don't text and drive. Wear your seatbelt and pay close attention to the roads. President Trump looking to fill a couple of cabinet positions, and he's made up his mind who he wants to fill those posts for Attorney General and U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. Nicole Killian has details from the White House.
President Trump has made his choice to replace Jeff Sessions as Attorney General.
Bill Barr will be nominated for the United States Attorney General position. I think he will serve with great distinction.
Barr has served in the position before. He was President George H.W. Bush's Attorney General from 1991 to 1993. Despite that, he is still somewhat of an outsider to the Trump administration.
I did not know him until recently when I went through the process of looking at people, and he was my first choice from day one.
Barr is still seen as more of an establishment pick and will likely enjoy the full support of Senate Republicans in the upcoming confirmation process.
Respected by Republicans and respected by Democrats, he will be nominated for the United States Attorney General, and Hopefully that process will go very quickly.
President Trump also announced he is nominating State Department spokesperson Heather Nauert to be the U.S. ambassador to the UN.
Somebody that we know very well who's done a great job at as working with Mike Pompeo and others over at the State Department.
The former Fox News anchor will replace Nikki Haley, who resigned in October. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
All righty, thank you, Nicole. The president said he'll have one other staffer announcement tomorrow during the Army-Navy football game. You can see that game right here on WJTV 12. President hinted it would have to do with the Joint Chiefs of Staff and with succession. Still ahead, plenty of fun Christmas activities going on throughout the metro this afternoon and evening. Find out what all you can do. And later, it's Pearl Harbor Day. We'll look back at the attack that changed the course of world history. Kelly.
Yeah, already we're seeing some rain move in, and we've been dealing with it all day long. And rain will stay scattered through the afternoon and then tomorrow become widespread. I'll break down that chance and let you know when we can expect sunshine again. Coming up next in your full forecast.